Public and private sector employees representing multiple fields protested on Thursday, and their main theme was for the budget to be defeated within the parliament. Employees attached to the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation protested opposite the Sri Lanka Telecom head office in Colombo, and Sri Lanka police said they should refrain from marching. Thereafter, trade unions from both Sri Lanka Telecom and Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation protested opposite the Fort railway station.
Last year, 10.41 billion rupees was sent to the treasury. That money can be used for the welfare of the people. However, they're trying to sell it to racketeers. We urge the Ranil Rajapaksa government to put an end to their habit of selling assets. President Ranil Wickremesinghe should refrain from selling national assets. Over $40 billion were sent off overseas via secret and false invoices by businessmen. Recover that money.
Trade unions attached to the SLPP also joined the protest. Junior staff at the Colombo National Hospital protested from morning to noon.
The aspirations of the people are not represented in Parliament. Though you manage to pass the budget, we will not allow it to be passed in society. We will not allow the sale of government institutions.
Thereafter, the group protested opposite the Health Ministry. The price of 100 grams of sprats is 200 rupees and a kilogram of rice is 230 rupees. I only managed to buy 5 kilograms of rice with this month's salary. How can a family of 4 survive like this? Staff attached to the Labour Department protested opposite the Labour Secretariat.
Our salaries are not sufficient to even travel to and from work. We need a transport allowance. Inflation reached 80% and we need an allowance for that. Our message is hands off state institutions and stop oppression. The government is trying to sell off profit-making government institutions, including the state banks. We are trying to amend the labour laws. This taxation is unfair. They have limited the right to live.
Development officers and other state workers protested opposite the Seth Siripaya in Battaramulla.
If Ranil assumes he can do what his uncle did in the 80s by suppressing the workers, he is wrong. The people will respond.
Protests took place opposite state universities on Thursday against attempts to do away with free education and seeking the immediate release of Vasantha Mudalige, the convener of the Inter-University Students' Federation. This is the protest that took place opposite the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura.
We will never allow the Ranil Rajapaksa government and the corrupt politicians to privatize education. Free education belongs to the people and they have no right to do away with it. You are wrong to assume that you can crack down on the student movements by detaining the student leaders.
A protest took place opposite the Open University in Navala. University teachers also joined the protest.
The president was appointed on merit. The student movement will stand against any attempt to do away with education and healthcare. This is not a movement that can be stopped. If you think you can win by detaining Vasantha Mudalige, you are wrong.
Protests organized by trade unions and mass organizations were held across multiple areas. A protest was held at the Galle bus stand on Thursday evening.
After bribing MPs and ministers with fancy dinners at hotels, they will pass this budget. We would like to tell the Ranil Rajapaksa government that we will build a voice of the people that will weaken those in parliament.
Another protest demanding an end to suppression and an inflation allowance to state, semi-government, private and estate workers was held in Walasmulla.
We want to tell the current president that we will not allow his joint government with the Rajapakshas to burden the people. The working class of this country need economic accountability. We will continue our struggle until that is achieved.
Another protest took place opposite the Anuradhapura bus stand.
Ranil's plan is to sell the country wholesale. He is implementing this plan. We will not be able to live in the future. Daragale will not back down in the face of threats posed by Ranil.